When I arrived, I found some children playing in the street. They were happy to see me and said, "The church will be opened, the church will be opened, the church will be opened." And then, from that moment on, I had no doubts about my decision to stay.
Paurito is a small village situated in the region of Santa Cruz de la Sierra, an important city located in the flatlands of Bolivia. The road leading to Santa Cruz is the only entrance to Paurito. It is in poor condition. The 30 kilometers of earth and sand is easily flooded, and so the village is often isolated. The treacherous road has deeply influenced the population profile, as, since its foundation, it has not received the usual migration from other Bolivian cities or neighboring countries. The only exception is a settlement in the outskirts of the village belonging to a Mennonite community, an international religious group characterized by its sectarian nature and archaic customs. Paurito was founded as a Catholic parish in 1776. However, it has not seen the permanent presence of priests or nuns for a long time. Despite this, the Catholic faith, and especially the Church, has kept the village united and maintained its historical traditions and beliefs. The presence of Sister Doris Aasco has strengthened the participation of the faithful and has fostered the creation of many essential community services. When Sister Doris first arrived, she found a town with great material needs and lacking much in the way of parish activities. There were many concerns, but the people of Paurito were particularly worried about one thing: the old chapel and the surrounding buildings were about to collapse. It is common to find churches in poor condition in developing countries, often to the point of collapse. The poverty is so great that the villagers struggle to meet even their most basic needs. International Catholic charities, such as Aid to the Church in Need, take an increasing concern in the construction and maintenance of church buildings to house the faithful.
La institución ayuda a la iglesia necesitada.
The charity Aid to the Church in Need was founded 50 years ago. It's principally concerned with three issues. First, in helping support where new evangelization is required. Secondly, where the church is persecuted. And finally, where the church is unable to live to her mission. We help in many ways. Fundamentally, we help build new homes for nuns, especially in places where they are accomplishing their mission of assisting people. There are no priests in many places, so the nuns are doing this job. If it weren't for their help, we wouldn't be able to do so much. We are concerned about the construction of religious buildings because if they have the infrastructure, they can do their missionary job more easily. And at the same time, that infrastructure, that building, means nothing if we do not have people eager to help.
We have devoted ourselves to restoring the church. It is an extraordinary activity for us. It is so big that it surpasses all our strength and possibilities. But the people understand that the community exists in part through the church in Paurito. That is to say, in the same way, a family can only be a family by being united and being together every day. As they have told me, the church must also be a home, our home, a place where we all can meet and be together every day. Because how are we going to be considered a family without a home? That is why restoring the church means restoring union in the family. This is what I experienced in the village, and this is the reason why I committed myself to this. When I arrived, the walls were separated from the floor. It was almost a death trap. However, from time to time, people met there. But if there was a storm, we couldn't meet there because it was too dangerous. It could collapse any time.
Nosotros los pauriteños notamos de que
People from Paurito think that the best bonds or links we can have, the best groups we can form, are the groups belonging to the church.
grupo de iglesia. Por eso es que decimos
For that reason, we think it is necessary for us to have this church forever, so that we can live together and our future generations can follow in our footsteps.
que nuestras generaciones tomen el mismo ejemplo.
Maybe it is necessary to be Catholic, or to know Paurito, to understand the value that a sacred building can have for a community. Sister Doris, whose attitude of service is humble and modest, knows how to listen to the community and to learn the way that they experience faith.
Cuando llegué aquí,
When I arrived here, I saw some designs of churches drawn by some architects, foreseeing that this church would fall. When we called a meeting, the whole village met. They told me, "No, we cannot build a church in another place." This was the church of our ancestors, of the first missionaries. This is a sacred place, and we are going to build here, even if it is more expensive. One always hears that restoring is more expensive than building anew. And they said, it doesn't matter if it is expensive. This has always been the sacred place, and it will always be in Paurito.
The Church of Paurito is in a Jesuit American style dating from the second half of the 18th century, with later modifications. The community called to preserve it, to restore its original style and, at the same time, to make it larger. It is not easy to restore such an old building, especially one in such poor shape. Each roof tile, each brick, and each wooden beam required restoration and replacement. However, people in Paurito started looking for the means to achieve this goal. They obtained a permit to enter the thickets and cut down the trees necessary for each one of the columns, which are made of only one piece and of the strongest and most durable wood.
Tan importante que fue la hermana Doris.
Sister Doris's arrival was very important to us. God sent her to us.
Nosotros también con su espíritu que tiene ella como
Thanks to her Catholic spirit, and thanks to her will, we are working together as a group. Our village is helping a lot. She has a great soul.
En grupo con la ayuda de nuestro pueblo.
Sister Doris was born in Argentina, but she has worked as a missionary in Bolivia for 18 years. Her personality and spirituality have brought a new strength to the society, and moreover the faith to this forgotten village in Bolivia. She walks in the streets visiting families, helping the sick, always ready to talk without discrimination.
How are you, Don Bertie? What about your work as organizer at the community?
They have come to me with an argument. I have a problem. The neighbours across the road don't want to move their fences away. The road is very narrow. It's only 2 meters wide. A community is living there, and I would like you to help me. You can talk to them and tell them to take the fences out. Because if a cart or a truck comes, there's no room for them to pass.
I'd like a steak.
But aren't you inviting your friends?
Thank you. But do you believe that I have won the lottery, Don Bertie? Look, let me make do with this.
No, take this.
No, I won't.
Come here at any time.